There was a plasticity update and they introduced a plasticity to Blender bridge, and I want to try it out. So I figured I can make a video and like walk you guys through how this could be useful for you. So first off, you want to download plasticity. That's obvious, and the add-on. You go there. Before that, you should probably be able to find those two if you just Google and Kalen GitHub. Let me try it. Yes, it works. Then you go to repositories, load, and you have those two. I think it should be, or if those two aren't up, just search them through this bar. Then you go here and you go to this code and download zip. And all you need to do is open your Blender and install the add-on. So let me do that because I didn't do that yet. Yes, this should work. And let's plasticity. You have to enable it and save it. Save your preferences. Now let me split my desktop like this. And all I have to do is just open the N bar and connect it. Get to the default cube and refresh, I think. Yeah, now it works. Now you can either make a live link, so every change that you make inside of plasticity, like we get rid of this should, it doesn't support, wait, something, oh, now it should work, I think. Yeah, you have to enable the live link. I didn't. And the Control Z and Control Shift Z aren't, and they don't work with live link basically because they don't sync with it for some reason. I'm not sure. I'm not a programmer, so don't ask me. But we can. Let me show you. If I zoom on this and enable the wireframe, you can see that this is live, and this thing is not oops, focus. Man, sorry. I use so many programs that hotkeys just quite annoying. Yeah, if you delete this, you just have to move it. So let me Control Z. So it's in the right space. And I was thinking I will finish this one, and for that I will need to make a copy of it. So let's make version 2. Let's get rid of it because this is mostly finished, and I have to think how I will make the UI work so you can guys see and it's not annoying. I would probably get this render view. Can I see anything on it? No, probably not. Now we need to update, so let's refresh. Nope. Disable, refresh live link. It doesn't work for some reason, so let's just delete this thing also in Blender and let's give it some basic lighting. So let me add some lamps, like this area lamp, whatever, doesn't matter. And this lighting is something that I was missing out in plasticity because it's quite hard to see what's happening in the render view to say, because when I was working in Blender I was modeling on this view and then I was having here a render view preview. It was really handy. So let me set up camera. Let's get in camera, change the focal length. Now it's fine. Let's zoom out here and that's probably fine. Let's get it out. You can drag those windows if you shift click and you go between the views. A shift and drag, which is quite handy. Let's align the camera, the window, something like that. Let's get rid of everything, even this tool setting, and I think you can get rid of header, yes, and the menus. Oops, maybe not. Let's do it once again. So right click, show menu. I wonder if I can get rid of those arrows up here, but I'm not sure. View, and uh, probably not. Let's not waste time. So header, let's resize it. Something like that. Let's put it up on top, or maybe on the. Now it's quite tricky where I will put it. Let's think of it later. Let's let's change the lighting first. This works, and also I think we are able to change the default materials of those. Do they have anything on? They have nothing, which is kind of annoying. Okay, this is not gonna work. So let's me add something from my library, which is here. It will load and lag. Let's use the good old Ben Bolton material. That works every time, and we want to link them. Let's see. Does it work? Yes. So that would be it. Is the bevel enough? Let me check it real quick. Okay. Maybe too big. Something like that, or maybe this thing work. Forgot to uncheck it. Okay, we are almost ready to go. Bear with me. And it's another light, so there's no bad lighting here. Let's make it bigger. Okay, this works. Let's try and move it. Maybe we can find something better. Mm. No, it's really noisy for some reason. This, what is happening here? There's some problems with this. Let me troubleshoot it really quickly. Okay, I fixed that. I just refreshed the file and it's fixed. Not idea what was that. Yeah, you have to be careful with this because this is something new and not what to call it. Oops. Ready to be shipped yet for the mass public. Now let me get rid of this. It's now. Is there some problem that I'm seeing? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let's get this lighting really quickly. This one is on this side too. And this one is probably too strong now. Or we don't even need it. That's fair. Okay, that should do it. Let's save it. Let me get my render view as previously. And let's get rid of it. Oh, that's annoying. Probably have to have Blender on the other. Oh, that's not so great. Get Blender here and the other thing on the other side. And now we will just, oh, okay, do like this. Almost perfect, that works. And this will have to suffice. So you might be wondering, why would you need this right here? Because it's hard to judge the AO, those types of programs like plasticity. And by AO, I mean, as you can see, those two parts, they are separate, and the what's called the gap between them is really small. So what I would actually do is add a bevel node because it's not here, bevel shader, sorry. I'm doing it on the other screen so you cannot see it, and this is weird. Why is it here? Oh man, what's happening? And does it work now? Oh, okay, looks like it does. Let me see the bevel, that's way too big. Oops, it's a bit smaller, smaller, that should be enough. And let's save it. Okay, as you can see, the gap is now it's better because we are using bevel shader. But what I would personally do is make it smaller, but I'm not sure if, yeah, this is the wrong thing, so I need to rotate it because I was doing something weird with this design. 5 degrees too much. Now copy it and make a live link, even though you shouldn't do that. Oh, what's happening here? I think I rotated on the wrong axis. Did I? No idea. Let's do it again. Rotate this 180. Yes, I did, which is my fault. Let's refresh it. Um, Refresh again. Okay, now it works better. What now? I want to get this gap to be a little bigger. There's a problem because I added this weird shape right here. Why isn't it updating? Oh man, I just had a weird bug I was trying to fix, and those top, as I named them, wings, weren't visible in Blender for some reason, and I think that was due to that they were in a group and there was something going on. I'm not sure, so don't ask me. Okay, now that we have this, I was going to get rid of this probably because this is unneeded. I would make this a little bit bigger. Chamfer it like so. Okay, that's enough. And I'll just get rid of chamfer completely. I would move this edge up. As you can see, the more I move, once this refreshes, okay, sorry. I'm in the local mode. Let's refresh once again. Let's move it up. As you can see, there's more light going on. Okay, that should work if I just do prefer step. Oh, something is blocking this move. It doesn't matter. I will just cut it. See, there's more light going on, and if I just Control Z this, you won't be able to see it, obviously. But if I just go back to the original state, which would be this, I think, and now I will just duplicate this, finish the operation, and it didn't update, so it's okay. I need to refresh, but as you can see, the the gap is way less visible now. So, and that's kind of important if you want to make groups of detail. Like in this case, it's hard to find a gap here. Okay, I actually need to add a material again. I'm not sure what's happening, but I think this should be fixed now. And as you can see, those gaps are really samey, as I will show you better right now if I just get rid of something. Okay, now it should work. I will need to get rid of lights and get my area, my HDRI flat color bigger. And as you can see, those here we have really big AO, which is ambient occlusion. Basically, those shadows are really big right now. And as you, if you study design or something related to it, you'll know that you want big, medium, and small. So it's helpful to make your gaps and such way different AO, so it's easier for the viewer and our brains to make a hierarchy out of them. And as of now, those we don't know what's the most important thing except for those latches right here. But if I do this, not like this, let me do it like that. Same thing with this. Right now you can see that this middle line is really important, and if we bring the lights on, it's still staying the same because there's no way that light can go into this gap. So something to think about it. Let me fix it the way it was before. Okay, now I want to work on this design a little bit more, and this is actually the front, so I was looking on the back. That's not a problem. And I need to rotate it probably, so let's do that. 180, like this. Okay, way better. Yeah, now it's way better. And what I will change is probably those. Okay, this is fine because this is my rotation axis to rotate this. Um, I'll probably fix this large because it's not looking the best because it was done a few months ago. 180, didn't update. Let's refresh. Still didn't update. Why? No idea. Okay, let's go with Control Z. And what do we want to change with this large? Probably on this face to be right here, so there's way better integration of this shape. And I would probably want to add a something boxy, but this is way too big. Scale this up, match this face to this one. Let's be Okay, it's not so great. I need the middle of the circle, but I cannot find it. Looks like this is fine. Um, is it better? Probably. I'm not sure. This works. I would probably make a chamfer here and think how to treat those two edges. Maybe rotate them in chamfer. Does it look cool? Well, not so, but maybe if I had more chamfers, will look better. Yeah, probably. Um, I think if I duplicate this, hide it, and get rid of it, yeah, now it's updated. The bevel is a little bit too big, but that's fine. We are getting some nice, some nice font change going from here to this, but you cannot see it because the unknown tool isn't working. Oh yeah, that's because the UI is off. So it's going from like this to this to this. So there's a little bit font change on this small thing, which isn't the best because it's not the biggest font, so it's might be hard to see. And if I do that, I think that's a little bit better. Now we are getting this weird edge. That should be fine. I think if I just mirror it across this axis, and it didn't because boolean failed, and I'm the mirror. Thank you. Let's do it like this. Um, there's two of them, so let's get rid of one. Okay, this will work now. Works now. And the problem right now is I think those two faces are a little bit too samey. So I will rotate this one. Perfect. And do I keep those things here? Well, it looks kind of nice, but what I would actually do is make a cut right here. Oh, it's not perfectly aligned, so let me do that. And with knife, I would want to move it like that. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Bevel like that. You probably won't be able to see that, so let's do that and let's mirror it. Now it's looking better. I would do we cut this? Before that, let's work on the other side. So let's rotate this thing 180, and this side is looking pretty plain. I will have to think if I want to add something on the top, but if I add something on top, I will need to cut this face. Let me duplicate it. 180. We have something like that on the top, so we could mirror it. Well, we could just mirror this shape, I guess, if I wanted to. Let's isolate it like that. Okay, now it works. Well, this is actually quite fine. The problem is we need to make this a bit thinner. Let's try it again. Yeah, this is alright. Let's see it after I rotate it. If the form looks nice. Yeah, I would say so. Let me get rid of this unknown. Okay, perfect. I would probably try to make this AO bigger because it's such a small form. As I said again, that it will be hard to see it, and we don't have a lot of room to play with this form. Can I move it? Nope. Okay, I need to move it and okay. So I need to move the whole thing. That's fine. Let's move it like that. Let's get rid of this because this won't read well. I think so. From the far away, and now this is pretty okay. Let's rotate it 180. It's okay, but I'm thinking if I should add something on the top because it's looking pretty um uninspiring to say the top part. First of all, I will probably make those smaller because they look like they would easily broke this thing. Um, okay, let's just add a simple cut on top, like so. Never had to do that. Let's isolate it, rotate this face like so, rotate this too, and now thinking if I want to make a really thin line on in the middle, probably, yeah, I could do that. I will to adjust this like so. Let's mirror it. Maybe not. Let me get the right axis. Let's do this. Oh my. Okay, I will probably do a variable fillet so I don't destroy this. Because before I was those two fillets were clashing with each other, and you don't want that because it looks quite ugly. And this looks nice. I'm not sure because I cannot see shit on this render view for some reason. Before that, let's rotate this, not this thing. It's not working. Let's do step. No, okay. So I have to do it all again. Okay, this is fine. Let's do this too. Mirror match. Are they clashing a little bit? It doesn't matter, I would say, because we'll do this. It's quite bad. This is quite nice. And do we want something in the middle of it? Hmm. I'm not sure, so I would just leave it like that. Now I would say this isn't the best shape. So let's maybe well leave it or not. Before that, I probably want to give it material and make the sorry, make the bevel shader a little bit smaller because it's too big for this thing. Okay, let's turn it off completely. This is fine, but I'm getting this face and this whole thing are too even, so I will move them. Oh man, this is not so great as I can see here. Okay, that's fine. I think if I just do this, yeah, this is what you get for filleting too really. Um, that's, that's annoying, but that's fine. You won't be able to see it anyway. Let's move it. Can I move it? No. So let's fix it. Probably like this. Oops. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Okay, get rid of this. Delete this. Oh, let me mirror it. Perfect. I didn't even need to cut it in so weird way. Let's mirror it so it's easier to copy it. And let me think. Let's update. This is fine. Um, should I get rid of this thing because it's not such a nice form, I would say. Let me think for a bit. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Can I do it? That's a good question. Probably not. So let me make a box because I want to make box either way. Oops. Let's move it down. Match this face and scale it. Okay, this should be fine if I just delete this and this face. And now I'll probably move this out a little bit. Make this form a little bit more less crude. Even though this is less dynamic or something, this is probably looking better. Yeah, I would say so. Now let's move this. I think. Uh, Again, don't feel it too early because that's a bad practice. Okay, so I won't do that now because I know that this is bad. Okay, this is looking nice. Let's incorporate those into the design, which is probably easy. First, I probably want to make them same size. Let's cut them, and I would just probably do a chamfer because that's easy. And I really like those really shallow chamfers, but it might be hard to do it in this case. It's not working. Okay, I have to do it like so. And you cannot see it for some reason, but that's fine. Let's mirror it 2 times. Oh, you cannot see it because it's in the white part. That's fair. Now we cannot see this for some reason, so let's duplicate it, hide it, and delete the old thing. Um, this is looking alright, I would say. Maybe I would bring this up a little bit. Yeah, probably. And do like so. Yeah, that's way better. Maybe we let them clash. Yeah, that's way faster. I wouldn't do this normally, but I'm running on the time, on the clock, not on the time. Now let me mirror this, or before that, let's since so small, I wouldn't do crazy design on it. I would just probably cut it the normal way. So if you have slot like this, it's easy time to make it more complicated is to just cut it like that. See, you cannot see that either way, so it doesn't matter. 15 degrees, and here another 15. We do it like this. scale it, mirror it. Um, the gizmo is gone. Okay, now it's not. Did I mirror this thing? I'm not sure. Let's do that either way. Okay, it should work. See, you cannot see that, so it's like whatever. Let me do this, and this should be done. Now I need to mirror it. Get rid of the old versions. So let's do that. Reset the construction plane. Mirror it. Oh, that's interesting. Um, okay. Why is this like that? I'm not sure, but let's fix that real quick. I think I was keeping this site as a backup because I wasn't sure of the changes. Because back then I was asking my friend for feedback every time I did some change, which is I I can imagine something really annoying. Hey, now that we have this shape, I'll probably cut it into this white thing like so. It's big, okay. Yeah, um, it kind of works, whatever. But I won't fill it because it's such a tiny detail. Again, um, I could probably wrong thing. Do it here too. Yeah, that works. Let's see the proportions. Since this is long, this could go a little bit more deeper, and this something like that. Now we have some details here to make the area more populated. I will probably finish this button and finish the video because I have to do something else. So let's see the thing. I will add new material to it quickly. Uh, oh, wrong thing. I was selecting plasticity, not in Blender. Now it should work. Okay, I will show you probably how I think when I'm breaking down those shapes. Let me get the construction plane first. Construction plane is like a Blender's what's called the 3D cursor to say. Um, can you move, please? Okay. Prefer step. Now it works. Let's mirror it, and I will probably cut it first to create some AO, as I call it, some depth, as other people will call it. Now it's way better. I probably want moderate amount of AO here, so this should work. And I want this to be a button that when you click it, you open those things. Um, Normally, I don't like adding the what it's called function to those studies, but this time I wanted to because I did two one I will go in the future that is a more of a walkie. No, it's some radio walkie-talkie thingy that you can talk. And this is a cage where you put a gun inside of it. So since it's a button and you would click it from the, it's a really big button by the way. I will tell you that because this is where the hand goes and this is a button. So you know, I didn't give much thought to it. I'm thinking from which direction you would click it, and it's probably from this one. So I could get this angle and echo it across this design. So let me clean this up really quickly. Whoops. Okay, this is weird. That's fine. Let me move it and cut. So now we have this. I would probably think if of the proportion because this cut right now is 70-30, which is good, but I would probably make it bigger, like so. Oh, let me think. No, I'll make it smaller, like this, because it doesn't need to be that big. And now you want to make sure that this chamfer doesn't clash with this cut, and now it kind of does. So you can either change this thing, and I cannot, because I think it's done manually with rotation. So let's do this. 5, 5, and the most important 10. Let's fill it. That's looking nice. And now it's way better. See, it's like double the size of it. And I would probably make it like this. And since we have this shape going on, I would get this thing, duplicate it, move it, make this smaller, scale it, and make some kind of a, oops, wrong selection, something like that with this shape. Oh, oops, I didn't merge it. You know, there's more form breakage, as I call it, going on with this shape. Mm, This is kind of dirty way to model it, but that's fine. Um, I could probably rotate it a bit because it doesn't matter. You want, but now, as you can see, this insides are kind of 50-50, or maybe not. Now that they're fine, I think if I add more light right here, it will be visible. So in Blender, you can do Shift T to Shift T to point where your light is supposed to look, and you can do Control to align it. It's kind of a neat trick that I found while bashing the keyboard doing Blender stuff. Let's see it. Yeah, it's okay. Let's leave that light for now because it's kind of helpful. I'll probably get rid of it in the future because it's not helping the overall lighting. Um, Now I pick this light, please. Thank you. Now this is working way better. Even though it's kind of even with this chamfer, but it doesn't matter, I would say, because I can always get rid of those and make this bigger. Like this. Before that, I want to make this. Okay. Yeah. Another thing that, this is the same size as this. You could go infinite with those proportions, I would say. But this is probably too big because it's not so. You just have to go with your gut, what you like and what you don't. I would turn the wireframe. Okay, it doesn't work. Let me get the light, or maybe not because I'm playing with something I shouldn't do. Control. Let's go up. Okay, this is okay. All right, size because this this face, this part is smaller than this cut we did, and it's smaller than this. So it's bigger than the this form breakage. So let me fill this. Okay, and now I could either chamfer it, but I was thinking of adding those cuts that you array. That was weird. What was that? That was something I shouldn't have seen probably. Something like that. Let's rotate. Okay, let's first off let's scale this. Let's rotate it a bit. Let's move it down. Make it smaller. Let's move it like so. And I would probably array it with rectangular array. Where is it? Here. X-axis. That's or before that. I would probably want to make them be smaller inside and bigger outside. So I will click on the face and then click A, which is a angle, I think. Angle, yes, the angle option with the offset face feature. And let's array it. Where's it? I need to be in object mode. X. Uh, okay, let's add a lot. And let me error them. Oops, I didn't pick one, the middle one. How is it looking? Not so great from this angle. I maybe need to add more depth to it so there is more. Yeah, that should do it probably. It's not something the greatest thing ever, but it's okay. Can I bevel it? Nope. Maybe now. Yes, I can now. So let me pick those. I think if I do this, yeah, that's way faster. Okay. Uh, in plasticity, you have two modes of selecting. The left mode, I think, in and the right. The left mode picks everything, and the right picks only things that fit in the rectangle. So it's really handy to know how they work because you can select stuff way faster. And of course, you could chamfer those, yeah, fitted those, but it does better in the end. Um, this probably won't be a button anymore because it doesn't look like one, but that's fine. Another thing you could do is cut it like so. Let's join them and mirror those curves. Join with G and let's cut it. Oops. Yeah, that's alright. Let's transfer them. I think this. Okay, let's do that. Let's transfer this too. And that would be it probably for this button or whatever this is. If I was doing it alone without recording, I would probably get rid of those cuts and look for way more appealing format. You don't have infinite time on this earth, so sometimes you have to surrender and just go with the flow. And that would be it